So welcome to the Gamerzdownunder podcast.
Today we are discussing the following news: Command & Conquer remakes, Shroud moves to Mixer, gaming release delays, day one frickin' update.
Alright, I'm Laman.
I'm Steve.
This is episode 24.
24. Quarter of a century.
Yes,
Pretty
quarter of a century.
Pretty much. Carry that.
And I'm only 21, so that's good.
You only look a day over 40.
That's because I'm sporting a new hairstyle. It's called no hair.
I thought it was a bit different.
You're sporting the same hairstyle now, mate.
I am. I'm getting slicker. With every episode I do with you, I rip a little bit more out.
Yeah, you get a bit more face to wash, you'll be right. Alright, so we're going to talk about gaming this week, Steve. I'll start, You normally start and you get on a tangent. So we'll try with me and see if that happens.
And everyone gets stuck listening to me for an hour.
So, firstly, I sent my Joy-Cons off to Nintendo because of the dreaded drift.
Yes. How much?
How much?
Not you, not for your services. Did it cost to get your drift fixed?
Nothing.
That's actually pretty good. Like, how long have you had the Joy-Con?
How long has the Switch been out? Because I got it when it first came out.
Oh, so they're straight from release? Yeah. 2 years? So
it was about 2 years.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, and they were really great about it. Great customer service. I walked in, I said, hey, I got some drift problems. They said, yep, sure, talk to me about it. Told them what I was doing. I even showed them on the Switch as well. They said, yep, no problem. We'll give it back to you in 5 days. 5 days came and went, and I got my Joy-Cons back. It was a bit upsetting that I couldn't play it for 5 days. But no, shout out to Nintendo. That was really good. And now they're working perfect, so I've got a brand new, effectively a new Switch again, which is cool.
That's the Nintendo store in Melbourne?
Yeah.
So you just take it in?
You just take it to the service centre, speak to them there, and they handle it straight away. You just need to make sure as well that it is a originally bought console, not a refurbished one. You can't get refurbished because otherwise then you'd have to pay. So lucky enough for me, mine was brand new from the store and they fixed it.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah. No, so once I got that back, I did it. I bit the bullet. I bought Star Wars Jedi Outcast. Yeah. See, I looked at the cinematic trailer of the game and I went, wow, that looks really sick.
Now, that's not Fallen Order, the one that's coming out. Outcast.
No.
When was that
Jedi
released?
Outcast. It's a remake from when it originally came out, so it's actually just come onto the Switch, like, I think last week, the week before.
Oh, really? I might have to look it up. Any good?
Well, if you let me finish, it was a cinematic trailer I watched. So it looked great. It was nearly green to I fell. But no, look, it's okay, but it's a shooter. So you'd probably like it. But yeah, it's all first person. So start off on a base, you're shooting the stormtroopers and you got to go inside the base. Yeah. It's okay, but I think it was only $20 or something on the Switch. Don't quote me, but yeah, it was quite cheap on the Switch as well. So played that a little bit. I played me No Man's Sky, just so you know, just in case you're worried. The No Man's Sky was in there. I've nearly fully repaired my ship after finishing the game or going to the different galaxy, whatever you want to call it. And I've been playing time travel VR. Mate, I love it. I feel like Professor Xavier scooting around on my flying chair. It's just amazing. And you can get eaten by dinosaurs. How much better is that?
That is pretty cool. If you can get eaten by dinosaurs, I don't mind that.
Yeah, but you don't actually see all the blood and guts and the chomping. You just see the dinosaur's head come, and as it gets closer, it blacks out. And you're like, oh, I got to eat. But it's a really cool game. So I am going to 100% that game because I've looked at the trophies. They're pretty achievable.
Okay.
And it won't take that long to get all of the trophies. So I think it'd probably be about 10, 15 hours to get all the trophies. But I want to try and finally platinum something because I always get to the last one or two and I'm just like, like, you know how normally they're really hard? Some of the ones like 0.3%.
Yeah.
And you're just like, mate, no chance I'm going to get that. But I'm going to stick to it because I've been watching YouTube. I've been watching people play it. I know how to do it. I'll be fine. The Outer Worlds. I was so excited. I finally used the, what do you call it? Where you get the same price as somewhere else that you've been telling me to do?
Price matching.
Price matching. Walked into EB Games, go, mate, JB high five, $69. Bang. They go, yep, sir, not a problem. We'll give it to you. I get out. I put it on a post on Facebook. Looks like I'm set up for the weekend with my Outer Worlds. I only got it for $69. Attached the receipt and the console and the picture of the game. And yeah, about 2 seconds later, I got shot down by one of our followers saying, I got it for $1 on Xbox. And I'm like, what? What is this $1 on Xbox? I'm actually quite surprised that Xbox actually released a brand new game on the Game Pass.
Yeah, very surprising.
I think that's amazing. And really, it goes back to what we were saying the other week with the Xbox Game Pass. They are really leaving Sony for dead for the Game Pass digital games that you can download.
Yeah, no, that's true. You got me a little triggered there, I must admit. I was a little...
Look, I'm still playing PlayStation,
The
but
PlayStation fanboy in me was, oh, Jesus, get him. Don't let him say that kind of stuff about PlayStation. But yeah, you're right. The PlayStation Store gives away 2 games a month. Sometimes they're not even actually really worthwhile. So yeah, Xbox is definitely winning on that side of things. It's just I can't use the user interface properly to find where that frickin' store is.
you were feeling quite nauseous, I could tell, when you were saying it. You were
Well, I
actually...
gave Xbox Cut the compliments, see, so I had to quickly backpedal and say, Red Ring of Death, it's crap.
But yeah, so I kind of got shot down and I was so excited. I thought, oh yeah, I'm saving money. And then they go bang $1. And I'm like, as if you do that to somebody. Let me down gently. But no, so it is available on the Xbox Game Pass and it is for free if you've got the Game Pass service. What I really should have done is probably download it on the Xbox because I've got the Game Pass service. It wouldn't have cost me anything. And I could have bought the new Modern Warfare. But
Yes.
I'm a noob.
Been the question all week.
It
Modern
has.
Warfare or Outer Worlds. So
And it was pretty close on the page too.
why don't you ask me which one I went?
Go on, which one did you go for? Tell them.
I didn't go for either.
Oh my god. So after all that, so you made the suspense there and you didn't go either one.
Nah, it's just look, I'm a letdown in the bedroom and on the podcast.
And you let me down on the page on the weekend. Where were you on the weekend?
I must admit, I was up a beach at a Bucks party, drinking my weight in gold.
So that's why you feel under the weather today. You got the big sunglasses.
Some people may hear me just slightly coughing. It's the body. I don't know whether you remember the episode of The Simpsons where it's like, they're like, quick, the body's saying to get sick. They're like, what? And it's just Bart saying, get sick, get sick. That's what my body done to me. I was like, I'm going to drink. The body's like, no, you're not. I'm like, yes, yes, I am. I'm the boss around here. The body's like, oh, well, we warned you. Turns out they did.
That's it. See, I can't drink anymore. If I drink, I've got like 3 days worth of hangovers. So, no, thank you.
I can confirm that myself.
But you're on day 2 now, so tomorrow's day 3. We'll see if we feel any better.
Let's see if I'm just Fortnite all day tomorrow.
That's it. But going back to the Outer Worlds anyway, because we got a little bit off topic, but that's okay. It is a shooter, and there's an evil organization where everyone says it's Space's choice. So Space's choice, the Spaces is the organization that's in control of everything. You can get different ratings with the different factions in the game, depending on what you do. And you can kill main people. So a lot like Skyrim, you can kill the people in the towns, things like that. Not probably advisable if you want to get stuff with the vendors, because if you do kill them, then your rating goes down and then the prices go up. That's the only thing it actually really affects. But it's sort of like a Firefly. But I haven't seen any space flight in the game.
Okay.
So I've only played a little bit. I haven't played it a lot. I'll play it the rest of this week and give a proper review next week. But no, it is okay so far.
What? Look, obviously you mentioned Firefly, but that's more of a TV show, TV series, etc. What kind of game would you reference it against? Like Borderlands 3 with better graphics, or?
Yeah, well, it's just like every other shooter so far. But there is a lot more like customizable stuff that you're wearing, different customizable guns. When you're picking up loot off people or off bodies, you can actually break the loot down as well, so it doesn't clutter your inventory. Yep. So there would be a lot of
crafting.
Crafting, yeah.
Yeah. So Obsidian are very like that. It's Obsidian is a developer, I'm pretty sure. I find it funny, the day that Outer Worlds released, or pretty close to the day Outer Worlds released, was the day Fallout 76 got its yearly membership. Did you see that? Gold membership for $100? Yep. It was like, hey, do you want to pay $100 for this game that is subpar compared to Outer Worlds that was just released today? And you can buy the whole game for $31 cheaper? It's like, I'll go Fallout.
Yeah, no, that's pretty much it for my gaming. So, Outer Worlds is okay. If you love your shooters, you'll definitely love that. I'm not really a shooter. I'm really actually not good at shooters anyway.
Did you play Division at all?
No. Shooters. I'm not really a shooter person, mate.
Yeah, it seems like it looks very Division-like, so I wouldn't be... I would be interested in it, but I find even shooters these days, like a lot of them I'm playing, and I don't have a great desire to play them unless I'm playing with friends.
Yeah.
That's why the battle royales and stuff like that are winning me over so much, because you've got your friends, you're poop talking each other, mocking that one friend who's just cannon fodder.
See, that would be me. That's why I don't play them.
Well, that's what we've got. One friend, Wog's his name, and he is terrible, absolutely terrible. But every single night we're like, "All right, boys, who's on?" He is the first one to reply. "Yep, I'm on." When we're playing, and it's every single night, no matter what, he's on, and it's just you're like, "Wog, run out there," and we use him as cannon fodder every time because he's not going to win. So we send him out. They start shooting
He's
at
not
him.
going to win. You can't say he's not going to win. You don't have belief in people. Where's that gone? Just go out there, mate. You'll be right.
There's such
right
thing as educated belief and blind faith, and we do not have blind faith in old Woggy when it comes to Call of Duty. But he has won us some games because not only A, we send him out, he gets shot down, and they all start flooding to him, and we can pick him off then. But B, he has come through with these fluky wins. Like, literally, he'll get one kill or no kill for a whole entire game. All of a sudden, he gets the final kill, and he erupts, and he's so happy. It's like that kid who gets just a trophy for running in the race. That's what he is.
Just what, a participation award?
Yeah, participation. It should say that. Like, we all get trophies, but he just gets a participation award.
That is hilarious. The poor guy. See, I understand how he feels. Like, I never win at those games. And as I said, the first level of the Outer Worlds, I get killed. And I'm like, this is like the first 5 minutes of the game. I'm like, I just can't understand. I don't have time to sneak. But anyway. All right, so what have you been doing gaming?
My gaming, obviously, because I had the weekend off. No reception, phone in the car. Didn't even do any mobile gaming. It was Friday midday to Sunday afternoon. Boom, no technology at all. It was terrible. I regretted going. Well, you
probably do today, but anyway.
Yeah, I do today. No, it was good. So I snuck in some gaming before I went. I got in a bit yesterday afternoon. I just got home. I looked at the cat, and I'm like, Cameron, go away. I have to cocoon myself in this doona. And I just wrapped myself up. I turned on the PlayStation. I just started playing. I don't even know what I was playing. I needed that turn off. But I had a bit of PC, so I played, 4 games this week. I'll start off with one that I didn't actually get to play this, but I wanted to bring it up because it's one that I've been looking at for me and the young fella, and it's Cat Quest 2.
Never even heard of it.
I had Cat Quest 1 on PlayStation 4. The demo, actually, from memory, I don't think I even had the full game. I played it that long ago, but you transferred your demo stuff over. I just never bought the game. But what it is, it's sort of like, geez, what game would I actually use to explain it? Like a top-down, you're running around on an open world, and you're just like a hack and slash kind of thing. I'll put up a little video on the Facebook page just to show what it is, but it's just a fun little co-op game. You can play 2-player, and you're just cats. That's literally it. You're a cat knight, and you're running around with your sword. You can cast magic, and you roll out of people's way. Yeah, and it comes back down to what I was laughing about the other week. Like, you can have these Greedfall, AAA rated game, glorious looking game, terrible. You're a goose. Or you're a cat. Boom. Off you go. You're playing for hours because it appeals to, I guess, my young heart, would you call it? Like, you're in and everything in life is so serious at our age. Everything is so busy, and it's just like, boom, I just get to mellow out. I just
want to be a cat.
I just want to be a cat because cats don't give a beep about no one. That was one that I just wanted to mention about. If any of our listeners has played it, give us a heads up because I'm looking at getting it as a co-op, play with the young fella and even my daughters, see if they like playing it. I think it's 2-player. I haven't seen whether it's 4. Next one, Warcraft 3 Frozen Throne. No matter what, I have to turn that on. Play at least one game a day. I'm an RTS guy. Love RTS. I got to take on one of the admin, Shivers. He done some streaming. He was the World of Warcraft guild leader who's been on as a guest. He was like, oh, you better be good. I play a fair bit of RTS in my day. And I'm like, oh, I was all right as a kid. I haven't played for a couple of years, but I was all right. When I beat him, he's like, you lied. You're more than all right. You're pretty good. Like, I was pretty up there when it come to Warcraft, and you stopped.
Did you stream it?
No, because I was worried, because if I stream it, he can cheat. He can screen cheat. And he'd do that.
So would I.
Exactly.
Oh,
so
like how a gamer's going to play Warcraft to see how good you are. Yes. I don't reckon you were anyway. But
well,
anyway.
I didn't stream it just in case I lost. But after I won, I saved the replay, so I was going to put it up.
Oh, okay, cool. I'll wait and see that. I don't believe you. You'll just tell me which team you are. You'll just lie about it anyway. But that's all good. All right. So Warcraft 3. So that's the original version. And have you had that for a while?
I had it on my other PC, and then when I got rid of it or whatever I done, I had the physical copies. Then I've got my new PC, and I went to play it, and it's like insert CD key. I'm like, God damn, I wouldn't have the CD key. I wouldn't have a clue where the physical copies are these days. Like, you always buy a battle pass where it's like StarCraft, Warcraft. Over the years, you bring them home, you get them for like $15 from EB Games, and then they get lost. And I was like, oh man, I should just buy it. And I was like, oh, you know what? I remember seeing it at EB Games for $20. I'll see if it's cheaper online anyway. And so I was jumping on, I was having a look around, and then all of a sudden I found this thing on there saying, if you pre-order the new remake of Warcraft 3, not Frozen Throne, but the original game of Warcraft 3, you get access to the original game and the expansion of Frozen Throne. Obviously, Frozen Throne is the expansion of Warcraft 3. And I was like, ooh.
So you bought the pre-order of the new remake?
Yeah, of the remake of Warcraft 3. So I was like, and I was going to buy it anyway. I was like, well, I'm going to buy that game no matter what. So all of a sudden now I've got access to Warcraft 3, Frozen Throne, fire up the Battle.net username, and off I go. I can play online, I can play against mates, and it's like, there was two different bundles. One like I just got the cheapest one. The other one was you got like a different mount in World of Warcraft. You got a different skin in whatever Blizzard's.
Yeah, that's the one that I got, and I've never even played any of the other things or used the benefits.
Yeah, that's
why
I
thought it was going to be like a model or something. I didn't actually read what it was, but yeah, so I bought it. But I bought it when it first was announced, and I didn't know you could download it until you said to me the other day to download it. And I'm like, what? I haven't been playing it. I could have. Yeah, no, I've been playing that a little bit too.
I've been smashing that. That's been, well, when I say smashing, not greatly actually. Not Warcraft. I would love to put in more Warcraft than what I actually have, but yeah, it is what it is. My second last one I wanted to talk about, I talked about it a bit last week, but I wanted to talk about also the deal that I saw, Digimon Cyber Sleuth. That's still a good game. Like, it's just, I think I touched on it just before, like it appeals to the easy, like, well, what did Shivers say the other day? It's too tweenish or 12ish or something like that. Like, everyone's a hacker. Stay away from the hacker. And you find the hacker and he's wearing his hoodie over his head and stuff like that. I like that. It's fun. It's enjoying. The only problem that I've got, I turn it off and I come back a couple of days later. I'm like, oh, geez, what was I doing?
Yeah. Yeah, some of the games really do need something to remind you what you're doing. It's quite annoying when you load it back up. You're like, hang on, what was I up to?
And especially with Switch, because it's so, like, with PlayStation and with PC, it takes a bit to turn it off. So I'm like, I'm not going to just turn it off. Like, I can't put it just into rest and it'll be back there. Like, your PlayStation goes into rest, boom, gone. PC, boom, gone. So I'm like, no. So I normally get it to a point where I can save and I can work out what's going on. But with the Switch, it's just like, boom. I just put it straight into rest mode, sleep mode, whatever it's called on there, and I can come back to it. And it's so easy to do that. And I do. I'll be literally in between cooking dinner, just play 5 minutes. stir the pot, play 5 minutes, stir the pot, and it's perfect. But yeah, I just don't know where I'm up to, so I'll have to work that out tonight. But when I was trolling through the PS4 store earlier, I actually saw, because when I got obviously I talked about it a touch last week, when I got Digimon, it was on Switch, but I saw that it was actually on PS4. It was released a couple of years ago, blah, blah, blah. But the one on Switch is actually called the Complete Edition. It's Hacker's Memory and something else. On the PS4 store, they've got the Digimon Cyber Sleuth, but it's a Hacker's Memory, so it's not the Complete Edition. It's down from $70 down to $26. It's the deal on PS4. Like, it's $26. It's down from $70. It's not both games, but like, look, if you got to spare $26 and you want to play it on PlayStation, go for it. I definitely recommend it. It's definitely a good entry level. I want to air quote RPG because I'm so lost with what RPG stands for anymore after our debates the other day about what Zelda is classified and Assassin's Creed and then Metal Slug, and I just don't know anymore. So
I reckon we should ask Trump. Trump will definitely know.
Trump, yeah, well he'll build a wall.
Yeah, just build a wall around Zelda. You can't get away from me. You're an RPG. No, I'm an adventure. I'm going on an adventure. I'm climbing the wall. No, yeah, I don't know. I'm not even going to get in this. I'm not going to start that again. We can just move on. That's fine. Yeah. We don't know what RPG is in Gamerzdownunder. That's all good.
But
all right.
what it seems to be is jump over, have a game. It's definitely worthwhile. It's definitely worth playing. And then brings me on to my final game. Now, before...
I just remember how many times you used to blow up. Who would ever play Fortnite? Who would ever play Fortnite? Well, guess who, people, is playing Fortnite?
Well, you know, like, I used to play Fortnite back in the day. I played it. It just... Like, obviously, it's still a beta, but it was a true beta then, and it was before... It was so building heavy, and then all of a sudden everyone was turning into Optimus Prime, and you had to build these skyscrapers, and it's like, God damn it, where is he gone? He's up in the sky, he's shooting down at me, and it's like, oh man. The thing about
fish,
yeah, you can fish now. Like, the thing about I was right about to say No Man's Sky.
See, you want to play it? I knew you did.
The thing about Fortnite is it's a lot like Nickelback. Like, you tease it in front of your friends, you all say that you'll never do it, and then as soon as no one's home, boom, you're playing it, and you're enjoying it, and you've got Nickelback blaring in the background.
See, we had one listener on the podcast, and then you talk about, and you bag Nickelback. So goodbye, one listener. Thank you for joining us.
Gone.
Yeah.
But no, that's like, I got the young fella playing with me. Because obviously it's season 2 now. I do like the new map and how you discover new bits of the map, and it has brought a bit more of a spice to it and everything like that. I am enjoying that, but it's got bots in it now. Like, so every single game I play, I'm getting at least 5 to 10 kills because of the bots. Normally, out of a 100-man game, there's probably only 20 actual real people in it.
Really?
That's why you've come third and second. Because
I was wondering. I thought I was a gangster with it, man. I was going real good.
Yes, that's what people are. I got a couple of kills the other night. I'm like,
untouchable.
Yeah, thinking I can enter Fortnite comps, and then I kept wondering why all of a sudden I'd just die. Boom, dead. I'm like, how do I kill 5, 6 people, and then I finally get just one shot? And that's what it was. I was killing 5 or 6 bots, and then all of a sudden I'd get to a human, and boom, I'd get done. And after a couple of games, finally I started killing a human or 2. But yeah,
Are you sure there's actually bots on there?
Yes, there is. Yes, and if you want to know how to lure a bot in, build a wall. They will shoot the wall no matter what. And there's always this. You'll just see a bot for some reason every now and then. Boom, they'll just build a wall. It's something in their AI. Just if they get shot at, they build a wall. So if you just shoot, or if it's AI thinks it's getting shot at, he just builds a wall, and that's how you can tell it's a bot.
See, Fortnite's been talking to Trumpy, mate. Little Trumpy, just build a wall, you'll be right. Well, okay, I want to look into that further because I didn't know there was actually bots on Fortnite, but that's quite interesting to know.
Oh, if you want to know,
No.
I have still been playing Horse Stables.
See, I wasn't even gonna. It's not even Horse Stables, it's Horse Story.
How do you remember that? Did you download it?
I made an episode name.
Horse Story.
But no. So, okay. What about MLB?
Major League Baseball. You did. After you told me about it, I downloaded it. I waited overnight. I didn't even finish a demo, and I turned it off.
But it looks good though. If you would like that sort of game,
and
like
that's what
the
I
show
like.
atmosphere.
Don't
looks good.
listen to me if you're a sports game fan. I am not a sports game fan. I'll play some, actually. I'll play the NRL ones, especially tennis. Tennis is one of the only games I'll actually, like sports games, I'll really play. Like Mario Tennis, all that kind of stuff. That is living. Like, that is so good.
Mario Tennis. Is that on the Switch?
Yes, yeah. Well, and all them kind of games, I love that. Remember we played it down at, oh no, you weren't there. It was me and Shivers at the Nintendo store down in Melbourne. Well, you're still in bed.
Nintendo store, that would be EB Games.
Yeah, the EB Games, they had the Nintendo section up the top.
Yep.
Hey.
Okay.
But I definitely recommend it for a sports player or if you're a baseball player. I don't play baseball. I don't play soccer.
I want to know when you're going for governor. You sit on the fence with every decision. You don't call it how it stands.
Oh, I hate No Man's Sky.
Yeah. Except for that one. That one game you don't sit on the fence. So,
and Ark.
I haven't actually... I did play it. I played it for like 5 minutes and I lost. But Ark Park was good. That was VR.
Ark Park was atrocious too.
Yeah, it was. But anyway, I played it for hours.
I sit on the fence because, like, I've had, like yourself, you've put in over 100 hours into No Man's Sky. I would put no more than 100 seconds into it. But, so I don't want to tell people not to play it, but...
Well, that's their choice to play it. Like, that's why... That's the same as we don't give a numbering system. Well, except for Greedfall, -50. But...
Yeah, I must admit, Greedfall was probably one of the only ones that I have been pretty disappointed in.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. So, look,
but Major League Baseball...
It's all our opinion. Do we like the game, yes or no? Bang.
No, I didn't even play it past a demo, so I can't truthfully... Like, I watched some of the videos, and you actually got to go to gym, and you can... Like, if you must do a story mode in it, and you can build up your player, and... No, I didn't. I just...
The demo too.
I saw that. Yeah, the demo, like, you do one hitting, and then you do one pitching, and then that's the demo finished. I didn't even finish the pitching.
No, I did that. I did both of them.
Yep.
Okay, moving on to the news from Gamerzdownunder.com. So, another one's joining Mixer, mate. Shroud has left Twitch and has joined Mixer. Microsoft's really pulling out all the stops to steal all Twitch's big influences.
You say Shroud like I should know who that is.
He's a big shooter streamer from Twitch.
I'm not into Twitch much.
Oh, you're a Mixer boy. I knew you were an Xbox boy.
I've been Mixer from day dot.
Mixer? You have not.
Mixer for life. I don't know what you're talking about.
You're such a... So when did you last turn on your Xbox One, mate?
I haven't turned it on since the day I brought it home. I watched one season of Game of Thrones and it still struggled to read the DVD. I had to turn it on and off. I had to connect it to the internet to download freaking DVD player on the Xbox.
People aren't happy, mate.
Oh.
Because Xbox is a more superior machine and he's still not happy. But anyway, okay. So Shroud's moving across to Mixer. I reckon it's pretty exciting for Mixer. However, I was looking at the stats. So when Ninja actually went across, Mixer's ratings didn't go up.
Didn't it?
No. There's I'll send a link on the Facebook page to a report that showed all the results. But yeah, I thought it was quite interesting. I would have thought Mixer would have gone massive. But like they're still getting a lot of views, but yeah, it's no big jump from Mixer. But I'm assuming though, since they've taken 2 of them now, I reckon Mixer will be starting to take a couple more streamers as well. Well, try to anyway.
Like I saw, like Mixer had 250,000 or something subscribers over on Mixer, which is a drop in the pond compared to what he had obviously on Twitch. But I do half understand his reasoning behind leaving Twitch. Like, Twitch had a very, very tight grip on their streamers. They weren't allowed to stream to anything other than Twitch. Like, they were pretty much like employees to them, and that's why
it's just live stream. They can't live stream to anything else. They can actually put their streams up on other things, but can't be live. That's the whole point in their contracts.
Ah, is that what it is?
Yeah, so they can't do anything live. They can do, like, if you do a video at home and make it, you can upload it to YouTube or wherever, and they won't care. But if you're doing a live stream, then they'll go, excuse me, terms and conditions, buddy, let's go back to that.
And yet we try doing a stream and someone farts in the background. Boom, YouTube's onto us. That's copyrighted, that fart. They pull our bloody stream every time. I can't win.
Okay, so there's that. Do you want to talk about Aladdin and the Lion King? So they're definitely coming out with a physical release, which is really cool.
You know what? Oh, you know what I'm nervous about? No.
Nervous. Oh, is it?
I was just talking to you off air. My young fella obviously gets a little worked up when it comes to gaming. He can play Crash Bandicoot. He got banned from Crash Bandicoot. He played a little bit of Fortnite. He got banned from Fortnite.
Oh, so he's banned from Fortnite now?
He's back on the bandwagon. He's pretty much banned from anything other than single player. Because single player, he's fine with. Like, he plays FIFA on his own. He plays... Even FIFA is a little questionable. The only thing is he plays the best team versus one of the worst teams on easy. So he beats them like 20-0, but he can still rage out. You hear him yelling. And the one game that he truthfully just goes in, turns it off, has quiet time and turns it on, quiet time, then turns it off, is Need for Speed. Imagine someone with that deep down rage trying to play Aladdin or Lion King. Oh
yeah, I want that streamed. I reckon that'd be funny as.
If the docs will come and take him away from us. if they're as difficult as like any game. King? Oh.
Don't even start me on the Lion King, because that was the hardest game. Aladdin, I could never beat Jafar. I could get right to him, but yeah, I died at him. Yeah, a couple of rage quits, but I just want to see it come back. I really love that original Aladdin game. And I actually love the Lion King. I don't know why. That was a hard game too. Bloody.
Oh, it was. I spent so much money on that. Remember the 1-800 hotline phone number?
Yeah.
I spent some money on that.
And did it help you?
No, not at all.
Your parents would have been real pleased.
Oh, but it was $6 a minute or something.
But it did go to that, yeah. When the number first came out, it was free, and then they a local call, and then they went to that 1-900.
Pardon me. Mum's probably yelling at Dad, thinking he's ringing 1-800 numbers back in the day.
He probably was. He probably couldn't.
Yeah, he's probably blaming us. Oh, the kids are back on the gaming phone number again. Oh, Dad, the dirty perv.
Yeah, that's it.
But it's like, I wonder if it's going to be old school hard, like Battletoads.
They said you can rewind, which is really good.
Oh, can you? So that was what I was...
So it's sort of like what you did with your...
Altered Beast.
Yeah, Altered Beast. So you can rewind and go, I can pass it.
Yeah, see, I still would not have been able to beat Altered Beast without that.
That's probably why we'll be able to fix... And we might be able to pass Aladdin and Lion King.
But a physical... This is... and I don't want to move on from this yet. This is what I've been saying, and even you have been saying. Imagine if Switch, we talked about it last week, how Switch is having so many older games re-released into their library, their games library. Yeah. Could you imagine if they turned around and re-released Jurassic Park from Super Nintendo, but as a hard...
That would be pre-ordered straight away.
Oh, as a hard copy, like Breath of Fire, all of these games that we do not download as ROMs and put on our PCs, we'd pre-order them straight away, because
Are we downloading them on the...
Gamerzdownunder does not endorse downloading of ROMs and emulators. But if we didn't, and we weren't endorsing, and we did do that kind of stuff, there'd be the games that I would download and have on my PC right now. But I don't.
You sound so confident of that. But anyway, we don't endorse it, so please don't.
Please don't
Nintendo,
download.
Please just release it so Steve doesn't have to be dodgy.
If you've got a good website, send it to us just so I know which website not to go
Not
to.
to go to.
Yes, I'll put that on the blacklist.
Oh.
ZSNES is a terrible emulator from what I've read. But like, do you know what I mean? Like, if they, or even kick it older, go if you re-released Pokemon Fire Red, Leaf Green, Yellow, all onto actual cartridges. Boom, instant sale. I would buy them tomorrow. Like, they'd have to be able to prove it by just being on the Nintendo online store. Like, every single time they release new games onto their online store, people are buying them. Like, it has to prove to these developers and publishers that there is still a very, very active player base out there that is screaming for these not even remakes, just a re-release. Give me the original. Doesn't even have to be
opportunity to get it. Yep.
Yeah, give it to me. Done. And like, I badmouth Switch's cartridge size compared to its case, and that I definitely still believe they could downgrade it to a 3DS case size, which is about half the size.
Cartridge is huge. What are you talking about?
But if they kicked it old school and it come with a manual in it or something like that, boom. I would just, like you've seen, I've started buying, like the plastic is still on my collection of Mana games. I just wanted that because it was 1, 2, and 3. Done. I will put it on my shelf and I've got it.
I don't keep it sealed. I keep nothing sealed. I was going to keep my Virtual Boy sealed. That lasted a whole 5 seconds. I'm like, no, I want to play it.
But yeah, that's Aladdin and Lion King. That's my rant about that. I am pumped.
Well, I just hope I can pass them. What about these delays coming up? So we've been pushed back on Watch Dogs, Last of Us 2, and
Doom Eternal.
Why does it take them so long to realise that it's not going to be ready?
I don't know whether it's that or it's... Like, I was trying to think about this today. Pierce talked about it. He said from finish date to actual production date can be months, because it goes from 2 terabyte or 20 terabyte worth of information down to the 50 gig Blu-ray disc. Yeah. So he said it can be months.
Yeah, when they bake it or something, you call it.
Yes. And that's why they still have the day one download, which a lot of people are really blowing up about that. Most day one downloads, truthfully, is just a part of the code to stop online hackers.
I thought with my day one release for the Outer Worlds was only like 38 gig. I thought, far out, that's massive. And then Call of Duty, 80 gig. I'm like, whoa.
Well, the other thing is if it's peaking over one disc as well, they, instead of sending out 2 discs, which doubles their production cost, blah, 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 they might try to compress as much as possible on one disc and then have the rest as a download.
Okay.
That can also happen as well. If it is truthfully just a day one update for the code to stop hackers, so be it. But Jesus, why 80 gig? Like, if you go to a midnight release to play a game, like, are they doing it on purpose? Like, digital games, they let you pre-download it 48 hours. Like I saw just earlier, Final Fantasy VII on the PS4 store. You get to download it 48 hours in advance. It starts downloading. So even if it's, 300 gig game, you've got 2 days to download it before it's finally just turned on. Yeah. Does provide other difficulties if they stuff up their times. Like I've seen people, I think it was Borderlands 3, they stuffed up their time release in Perth, so they were hours behind Queensland.
That's the out west, mate. Out west.
Yeah. So, which serves them right. Queensland's a lot better.
There goes WA. See you guys. Thanks for coming.
See you in the Northern Territory.
Oh, yeah, that's it. See. Okay, the other remake that's coming to town is Command and Conquer. So this is probably the first computer that we got as a family. Like, my parents got it. It was really cool. It was so slow. But my friend had a hacked version of Command and Conquer. So you press the button, and you didn't have any time to wait for the machines to be made, like the tanks and that. They just instantly come out. So you could amass a massive army really quickly. So me and my dad were playing that all the time. And then when they announced this coming out, I was only thinking the other week, I'm like, man, they really need to do a Command and Conquer game. Like, I know they've done Ren's later ones. They weren't as good as Command and Conquer Red Alert, Aftermath, and I think there was one more. I can't think of the other one.
Do you remember Dune? Like the sands had the worm in the sands. It was actually after a book, June 2000 or something.
Yeah,
it was very like Command, but Red Alert.
There were a lot of games like Command and Conquer similar as well, but Red Alert was Tanya. That's it. I'm done.
That was the era of RTS. Like that was truthfully, and I understand why they don't bring out RTSs anymore. They are so heavy in the production for single player, let alone multiplayer. Like literally, I enjoy RTS. If you were going to ask me what's my favorite genre, it would be very, very difficult to answer that over RPG or RTS. It depends on what mood I am, whether I'm Steven or am I Darzel. Because the two different personalities in me, one is light, one is dark. One is RTS, playing with others. One is dark, RPG, sitting in a room, falling for the storyline. And RTS, my whole life, I have smashed hours and hours. And so I've always watched the meta and the new upcomers. And it's like they do the most slightest of changes. Just put on 10 extra HP on a Zergling or 1 second longer build for a creep pool, and boom, that's them gone. Cut them off. Zergo are getting done. Like it's like just the pros, obviously, not for the likes of me and you. We can't really tell the differences. Only times that I could was when they moved like a Hydralisk from T2 to T3. That's when you're like, ooh, my build is going to have to completely change now because it's a T3 for a Hydralisk is pretty bad. My opinion, I wasn't good enough to get there. There were still people doing it, but not at my skill level. So, but yeah, just the constant updating and the work that has to go into RTSs. No wonder people don't do it anymore. Like it's near impossible. Like you've got hundreds of units that you have to try to balance, and it's like I watch like StarCraft. I would love StarCraft to get released. I don't reckon they will. Blizzard is already in a bit of financial troubles. I think they finished the storyline pretty well. They've gone everywhere with the Zerg and the Protoss and Terran, so I don't think they'll go back there. But you think about the cost expenditure for, say, a StarCraft 3. Warcraft 4, I believe they will do it. They have held off Warcraft 4 for how many years? 15 years because of World of Warcraft. And then World of Warcraft started to stuff up all the lore in the game and everything. So they said they just wouldn't do it until World of Warcraft calmed down, and it's never looked back. So hopefully Warcraft 4, that's why they've got Warcraft 3 going, to get everyone back on board of how to build a good RTS. I'm hoping that's why they're doing the remaster. It might just be Blizzard's way of getting a quick cash grab because they are struggling. But yeah, it could go either way. But yeah, Command and Conquer, bring it on.
Yep, no, definitely. All right. Move on to our Retro Minute.
I'll take my bit first for Retro Minute. Do you remember the handheld Digimon? Like the Tamagotchi, but the Digimon.
Is that the one that connected at the top? That you could
connect up. Back in the day, you used to be able to type in a certain cheat, so if they won, it poisoned their character and it wiped them. Boom. And I was that kid. If someone... and because people would spend like, I think 7 days was the lifespan, then they'd die off, and in I come, just bus, and people used to get upset, and I would kill them off. I don't know whether you can do that still these days, but you used to get a little piece of paper, because you'd get your egg, and then you'd wait for your egg to hatch. You had to then level him up a certain way, and you'd hope you'd get like a Rugamon or whatever his name was, like the T-Rex looking guy, because you wanted to get Metal Greymon and all. He was pretty much the best. That's one of the main reasons why.
See, I just cheated in that game. If you made the time a minute before midnight, once it would tick over, it'd get older. So I'd wait 5 minutes, and I'd have a full level.
Boom.
But then I killed the. Always died on me. Anyways, story of my life. They always died.
Yep. Well, they've re-released it. I'm pretty sure it's version 1. I think it's version 1 Australia. There would have been some in Japan, but it's version 1 in Australia. It's pretty much kicking it. I'm going to have a guess. What do you reckon? 1993, I reckon that was around. I'm pretty sure it was around the original Pokemon, like literally Red and Blue. And I think they were around 97-ish. I can't remember, but I reckon it was around 93 that it came out, and they're back.
Are you talking about it came out in 1999, Digimon?
Digimon was after... Oh, no, first episode or the first series of the handheld?
Yeah, the series. Well, I don't know about the handheld.
Yeah, I'm talking about the handheld. I didn't think Digimon came out after Pokemon.
Oh, that's when the series came out.
Maybe it did. Maybe I'm back to... Maybe it was Pokemon that brought Digimon onto life. I thought it was the opposite way.
It was released in 1997.
97. So, yeah, that was when Pokemon was released as well, wasn't it? Pokemon, what were the originals? Red and Blue?
1996, so a year before.
So that's it. Kicking it old school. You can go down to JB Hi-Fi. I think even, what's it called? EB Games has them back in stock again. It's $40.
$40? Mate, weren't they like 20 when they came out originally?
Well, that's the hard part, because I want one.
Inflation.
Yeah. Well, I want one, but then my kids want one, and my missus' kid wants one. All of a sudden, I'm spending $160 on Digimon, and them little buggers only want to play it for about 3 days, and then they move on, but they have to have it right there and then. You're like, oh, man. But, yeah, I'm going to get them. My mate's got them. I've been trying to convince him to give me his, but he's playing hard to get, so...
Just go and buy one already.
I will.
All right, cool. Other bit in Retro Minute. I'm really enjoying. I'm not going to say I'm good at. It's a vertical shooter. It's on the Virtual Boy. It's called Vertical Force. I'm really enjoying that game.
Vertical Force.
Yeah. So there's sort of like two planes, like one close to your eyes and then one further away. And it's sort of like Galaga, where you're shooting all the aliens coming around. But you got to go to the different planes to actually shoot the enemy and shoot the ships. Really enjoying it. I think there's only like 4 levels, maybe 5. I can't pass the 3rd, but
oh, really?
Mate, it's a good game. If they did that in full color, it would be unreal. But it's all red because it's a Virtual Boy. And I have actually pre-ordered another game. Well, I haven't pre-ordered. How do you pre-order a game that came out in '95? Yeah. I've ordered on eBay Mario Tennis. The Virtual Boy as well.
Mario Tennis.
Yeah, what I remember about it wasn't actually a lot of Mario Tennis. It was just kind of like a knockoff. But but still, it's another Virtual Boy. It's another one down. So there's only 21 more or 19 more to go, and I've got the set. So I'm slowly collecting them. But yeah, no. Have you got anything else you wanted to talk about today?
No, that's literally my week.
That's your week. So when are we drinking? Are we going out drinking tonight or what? Never again?
That was my Final Fantasy. Fulfilled.
No, cool. Well, look, thanks for listening to the podcast. Sure you check out Gamerzdownunder.com for all the gaming news and reviews for Aussie gamers. If you want to join in the conversation, make sure you follow us on all our socials. All you have to do is search for Gamers Down Under. That's Gamers with a Z. Finally, make sure you smash that subscribe button. And remember, it'll never be game over.
And Gamers got a game.